Imran Khan has been put on notice by the Islamabad High Court for contempt of court. It is yet to be seen what the court rules. And as the matter is sub judice, we should just be able to talk about what has happened so far and what the precedent has been. Pakistan's superior courts have aimed to draw a line between valid criticism of court judgments versus delegitimization of the institution itself. We saw that Imran Khan very expressly said that legal action was called for and that legal action would be taken against the district judge, and he also mentioned an IG police in this regard. Now, over the previous few judgments pertaining to Nihal Hashmi, Dalal Chaudhary, a leading precedent has to do with Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. We saw very many elected representatives being hauled in before the court, and then the court deciding whether their statements were either delegitimizing the judiciary or whether they were just in the form of valid criticism. Now, in Mr. Bhutto's case, who made a statement saying that whatever the Supreme Court decides, he would not be responsible with reference to what they were going to decide in the National Awami Party dissolution case. Justice Hamood Rahman ruled that Zulfikar Ali Bhutto could not be held culpable of contempt. He was a political leader, he was making a political statement, he was not trying to attack the judiciary, etc., etc. But the court went another way in the cases of Dalal Chaudhary and Nihal Hashmi, in which they said their language was threatening, their language was attempted to scandalize, their language was attempting to provoke the public. Imran Khan has also had a case, a contempt of court case before the Supreme Court regarding a statement he himself has given, which had to do with the elections of 2013 and the judiciary's purported role. And again, the judiciary said, the Supreme Court said in that judgment, that his body language and his tone and his demeanor demonstrate that he is contrite, and so we will not pursue contempt any further. So it remains to be seen what the superior courts decide in this matter, but again, the line is between criticism of an institution and delegitimization of the judges themselves. The political landscape may go in a certain direction if the courts decide to do something that is some distance beyond what they have ruled with regards to Imran Khan's previous statement. Failing that, the landscape will remain the same, which is that the PTI lawyers have, and we've seen this since at least 2017, been rather prepared to make their case or bring political questions into the legal arena and hope that they can be reconciled in their favor. And we saw whether it was the Panama Papers judgment, whether it was the Article 63A judgment, most recently with the Speaker Mazari case in the Punjab Assembly, the PTI has also prevailed several times. So more than most other political parties, they have been able to harness the legal question within their politics, take it to courts, and more often than not, come back with a successful verdict. Not that it hasn't always gone their way. We saw that with Mr. Suri's dissolution. We saw that in numerous other corruption cases they had filed. But again, PTI's lawyers seem to be more front and center than the other parties. Unless, however, the judiciary decides to rule in a certain direction, the landscape will remain as is.